Hey everybody, welcome to another Paint the Edge Up, where I teach you to make a cool, easy painting in about an hour, and I get a little drunk doing it. My name is Joel, and today I'm going to be walking through this painting right here. Okay, it's got a nice little jungle landscape type of thing, nice purple background, that yellow moon, sun, I'm not sure, moon, I don't know. But it's a cool painting. I'm just kind of cycling back through my catalog here, so this is the painting I'm on today. That's what we're going to be painting. Like always with all my classes, I've got a free giveaway painting I'm going to give away to somebody. All you got to do is correctly answer my completely subjective trivia question first in the comments, and you will get a free painting of your choice. Also, follow all the things. If you search Paint the Edge Off, you'll find me. I'm on all the stuff, TikTok and Instagram and all that. So, follow. Let's see what else. I think with that being said, I can just start. I'll tell you what you're going to need for this painting. So today you will need a 16 by 20 canvas. Alright, you can use any size canvas. That's what I'm using. That's kind of what I'm doing my measurements for, but use whatever you want. I've also got some paper towels. I've got a water cup. Okay, that's what I'm going to use to wash my brushes out and mix water with my acrylic paint. I've also got paper plates. This is good just for a palette. It's nice, easy. If you got a good palette, use that, but I'm cheap, so I got paper plates. I've also got a blow dryer, okay? That helps me dry my painting nice and fast, and I can get through it quickly. I've also got some tools here. I've got my big flat brush, okay? And I've got my medium flat brush. I've got my medium round brush, and I have my baby round brush, okay? My little bitty round brush. Take all four of those, leave them bristle down in that water cup when you're not using them. Okay, I've also got just a regular pencil here that I'm going to use to kind of sketch some things out on my painting. And I probably need some chalk. Let me grab a couple of pieces of chalk, okay? This is just regular sidewalk chalk, okay? So I got orange, I got blue. I'll use those later. I've also got whiskey, okay? And I've got some black paint. I've got white paint. I've got violet. I've got phthalo blue. I've got yellow, light yellow, and I think actually I'm going to need some of my orangey yellow. Okay, so those are all my paint colors. I think that's everything I'm going to need for this one. So with that being said, chat, follow along, paint the edge off. Okay. Let's get going. Let me get my shot counter up. Uno shots. Okay. All I'm going to do first here is I'm going to pick where my moon is going to be. Now it's going to be kind of in this top quarter of your canvas and right in the middle. So I'm just going to make a little dot right here, right? Okay, now, might be able to see that little dot right there. And then let's take our big plate. Let's take our plate here, our paper plate. Let's get some white. Some purple, and let's get some phthalo blue. Alright, here we go. So we got a bunch of colors here. Let's take our big brush out of our water cup, tap it off. Alright, and we're going to start by stirring some purple and white together. Okay, so start by stirring your water in with your paint. Get it all mixing in. Bring some white into that. Run for a while. Okay, well, once I got a whole lot, let's mix up a lot of this, because we're going to use a lot of this in the background. We're going to basically cover the whole background. The purple is going to be the biggest section, so let's get a lot of this mixed up. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start going for it. I'm just going to start in here. I'm just going to start with a little circle, and I'm going to move my way out, okay? And there we go. I'm just going to work my way out. Just going to work my way out, you know? Like a bad job. Just gotta work your way out. Or you just put in your 2 weeks and just flip your, or not even put your 2 weeks, just flip off your boss. But I'm gonna work my way out. Okay, that's how I'm gonna do this painting. How is everybody? Welcome everybody to the stream. Alright, I'm just gonna take this all the way out to the edges. But I'm going to keep going in this circular motion, so I kind of get this big circle, and that's going to be important. When I get down here to the bottom, I want to keep that same kind of, I can kind of go ahead and draw, put a little line there. Hey, that's kind of where the bottom will be, right? And then we're just going to fill everything in the top here. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so get that filled in. What's been going on, everybody? Wow. Trying to think what I've been doing lately. Let's see, movies. I watched The Eternals the other day. I actually liked that one. It wasn't just your typical one superhero kind of thing. There's a whole bunch of people. It was interesting. Haven't been doing much else. Meetings at work. But I think I'm going to take a lot of shots today because I need them. I think tonight me and the lady are going to go on a little date night. Been working too hard lately. Okay, so we've got this all painted in a nice light purple. Okay, now let's take just some regular purple on our brush, get some of that on there. And I'm going to start by just kind of putting this around the edges. Okay, let's go ahead and put this in here. And let's just kind of blend that in. Now I can stop there. Now if I keep going, it's just going to kind of go away. But I want to put some of this purple around the edges too. Top corners. And there we go. Let's see. Maybe a little bit more there. I just kind of like a lightly brush this around, get some of those curvy streaks going through there. And let's take a little bit more purple down here at the bottom, this dark purple. Let that kind of gradually get darker as we go down. And then we're going to grab some blue. Just make sure we get that real rounded on the sides. Okay, now once we get that done, let's go ahead and take a shot, okay? Okay, once we get that done, let's go to our phthalo blue here. Let's get some of that on there. And let's take this, I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm just going to go right across the bottom first with this dark blue. Then I kind of work my way up. Let this get blended way up here. Let's see. Let's see here. How are we doing? How's this look? Looks pretty good. Now in here I'm kind of pressing down, but I'm just dragging quickly, lightly across, letting those two colors blend. And there we go. That's the background. We did it. Congratulations. Let's take another shot. I think we've earned another shot, okay? Hiya. Okay, I'm gonna paint my side edges, give this a little blow dry, and then I'll bring up the trivia question. And if you want to answer the trivia question, whoever answers correctly, I will send a free giveaway painting. You get to choose the painting, okay? And I have too many paintings right now. I need someone to take some paintings from me, please. Okay, so I'm going to paint my side edges kind of matching the front. And then let's get some more of this purple back on my brush. I'm going to kind of paint that. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh man. Oh hey, what's up, man? Old Purdy. You're driving. Well, don't, crash into a ditch or anything. Hey, what's up, Tiffany? How's everybody doing? Good to hear from y'all again. Okay, we got that done. We got our background done. We got our edges painted in. I'm going to go ahead and blow dry, take another shot, and bring up the trivia question. Okay, so, today's trivia question is, Which Muppet character quit Sesame Street after an eye-opening acid trip at Burning Man? Is it A, Cookie Monster, B, Elmo, C, Bert, D, Ernie, E, Gonzo, F, Big Bird, G, the Count, or H, Oscar the Grouch? That purple is deep. Thank you, Birdie. So yeah, that's your trivia question for today. Don't cheat. Don't look it up. All right, Gonzo. We got one for Gonzo. Now, why do you say Gonzo seems fitting? Now, I didn't put Snuffleupagus on here because I think that's the most obvious. Snuffleupagus looks strung out on drugs all the time, but it wasn't him. So I didn't put... Is it Snuffleupagus a girl? Wait. Boy? Girl? I don't know. Either way, take a shot. We got a couple guesses so far. We already got Gonzalez journalism like Hunter S. Thompson. Okay, hey. All right, Beth says we got 2 for Gonzo. Oh, better count my shot. Let's see, how's everybody doing out there? Birdie, you don't know this one? I thought this one was pretty obvious, you know? I thought you would be all upon this. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we just want to get these spots dry. Now up here you can kind of see, if you turn it in the light, you can see little glaring spots with the glare. You can kind of tell they're still wet. And after this, we'll take some time. We'll have to draw some stuff in, okay? Oscar the Grouch isn't a grouch anymore? What happened? Have I ever done acid? I'll never tell. He's not a grouch anymore. He tripped. It's funny. Okay, well, good to know, Birdie. Okay, that looks pretty dry there. Okay, let's go ahead and let's take another shot here. Off to a fast start with the shots. Okay, don't judge me, all right? Okay. I'm just burning through these shots. Okay, what we want to do now is we're going to paint in, draw in a few things, starting with our moon. So let's say it's about a quarter of the height of the canvas, you know, down from the top, and right in the middle. I'm going to say it's like right here, okay? I'm going to put a little circle right there, okay? Nothing too exact, just a little circle, okay? Now, the first thing we want to do to start here is that in the middle. That's, maybe I need to move it over. Okay, that's about middle. Okay, first thing we want to do is we're going to draw a big old heart. Okay, let's draw a big heart like this. Okay, and then we're going to draw a little line that kind of goes down over to the right. So far, so good. Got our little heart. Okay, now what we want to do now is we're going to start making all these trees. Okay, now the trees are going to be, this heart is going to be made up of tree limbs. So I'm going to say there's one tree. Okay, this goes up, turns into that. And this tree limb extends over here. So now we're seeing, oh, this is a little tree that's kind of splitting. You know, this one can kind of come up here and stop. And then this will become another tree that comes over here. Okay, so that's kind of what we're going to do. Okay, let's start with our big tree. So this is our big one here. Okay, and that's where this one splits off. And this one splits off and goes up to the top. Turns into that top part of that heart there. And let's see, what else? You know, I can start adding some little branches here as well. Just kind of going to add some little branches in as I go. Maybe some there. Now, it's important that whenever you add these branches, make sure they come out at an angle. Don't have them come straight out like that. That's a bad branch, okay? Bad branch, okay? Michelle branch was a good branch. That's a bad branch. Not like her sister, Tracy branch. Okay, there's some tree limbs, okay? Okay, let's go back up here. Let's have these big tree limbs. They'll have some little... Maybe I don't want that going all the way over there. Maybe like to right there. And let's see, over here we could do kind of the similar thing. There we go. Okay. Did you guys know today is Edgar Allan Poe's birthday? It's Edgar Allan Poe's birthday, from what I've heard, and also Dolly Parton's birthday. Okay, now this branch is going to kind of go up here. Okay, this is going to be where this branch goes. Okay, that's where that branch goes. Okay, let's see. Okay. And okay. And okay. So I'm going to make some little branchy poos there. This one, you know, let's say this big old tree, that's going to kind of come over there, you know. This one's going to have some little, this is right there, and that's right there. And then, hey, there's another, hey, there's something. Okay, let's have some branches coming in here. This is a little blank area. Let's go ahead and put a branch that comes across here. And it's got some little branchy poos coming down and out and around. Let's see. Oh wow, I mentioned both, okay, Allison, and you're mad that I said Edgar Allan Poe before I said Dolly Parton. Semantics, okay? Obviously, Dolly Parton's just a better person than Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe is kind of the first emo kid. It's like, wow, oh, you're so angsty. Congratulations. Fun fact, Dolly Parton actually is Edgar Allan Poe's great-great-granddaughter. Okay, let's put, now we've got our big trees in, the big main ones. Let's put some small ones in here. Here's one. Hey, let's put another one back here. And these we can really kind of add in later. We don't really need to add those in now, but, you know, just so we kind of know. This is kind of where we've got our space filled up with tree limbs. Okay, let's take a shot. Now, we've got the trees drawn in. We're going to have to draw in some of the patches where the leaves are. What do you mean? I didn't make that up. That's completely true. Dolly Parton Poe. Her stage name is Parton. Her original name is Dolly Ridley Poe. You know a name I sit there and think about all the time, and I don't know why, just because it's Boo Radley. I don't know who that is or what that name is, but it's just in my brain, bouncing around like all the time. Boo Radley. Boo Radley. It's just a fun name to say. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Okay. Let's kill 'em Mockingbird. Okay. Okay, let's take our orange chalk here and let's draw in some things, okay? One being, let's draw in where these little patches of trees are. And I'm going to do this so we can kind of tell them apart, right? Because it's going to be a lot of drawing. Going to fill up a lot of our canvas here with a bunch of stuff. So I'm just going to kind of put in some big chunks where green is going to be green. We're going to put some green, excuse me, some green, maybe that'll just be one big section of tree foliage. Okay, let's see, there's some, let's put maybe a little bit more in here. Put those little hash marks just to make it a little more, telling, more tale telling, where that is. Hey, Jack, what's up? Good to see you again, man. Good to see you in here. Okay, let's see. There's some. Let's put another big splotch right here. Now, the main thing here is whatever you draw in, just don't go inside this heart. Okay, that's the whole painting, right? It looks like a heart. That's the whole thing. Okay. There we go. Maybe a little bit more here. So I'm basically trying to put this at the ends of my branches, and then also where it doesn't conflict with the heart-shaped box. You know, good. That's a great Nirvana song, supposedly. I'm trying to remember heart-shaped box. They all sound the same, right? Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna put just a general line. Everything below this line is gonna be kind of some greens. Okay. Okay, all right, we did it. Congratulations, we're all awesome artists. Let's take another shot. Now, what I would want to do, I think, first is I'm going to do my greens first, then do my black tree limbs, then go back with some more green and jazz them up a little bit. Okay, just going to jazz them up. Ah, okay, so let's get a new plate. Let's also count our shot that I took. And, yeah, let's get some yellow and some blue. And let's mix up just a nice medium green, okay? Now, I'm going to get my big brush back out. Now, I want to really wash my brush out. Not to be too crazy, but wash it out pretty good. If you got some purple in there. Purple and yellow don't mix very well. The blue's fine, because we're going to mix blue and yellow anyway, but let's give it a little washing anyway, and let's mix up some yellow and blue here. Make ourselves a nice green. Oh man. Let's get a bunch of that mixed up. And then we'll keep going, okay? Okay, we got our green here. Let's start filling in some of these big green splotches. Now, yes, I am going to paint over tree limbs that I drew in. Okay, it's just going to happen. Okay, I'm just going to have to go back and, you know, make them back up. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of just do this real lightly, real loose brush strokes, kind of a drier brush. Just the very tip of my brush. I'm not getting in there real crazy with thick, big, thick blobs of paint. These are going to be kind of more faint green blobs anyway. Let's just get some of those, you know, getting those start to fill in. And now, again, there's little spots showing through. It's okay. And this chalk will come off later with a little bit of water or spit. Okay, I like to spit on it and then, you know, get in there and wipe it off with my finger. Maybe lick my finger and get in there, you know? You guys know what I mean. Okay, let's get some of that filled in. Hey, yeah. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Sherry, I mailed your painting today. Sorry it took me forever, but I finally mailed it. My dad, it's been if you haven't been on the last couple weeks or haven't been heard me talk about it, my dad got a laser cutter and he's just been going ham with it, which, for in layman's terms, means hard as a motherfucker. But my dad's got this laser cutter he's been going ham with, and he made a stamp for me. So I was waiting, Sherry, to send your painting because I wanted to get this cool stamp on there. I want to see if it kind of didn't turn out that well, but the next ones I did look better, but yours, the stamp on yours doesn't look great, but you know, it's okay. It still looks cool, but the next ones will be better looking. Okay, so there we go. We got some green filled in. Let's put our brush in that water cup, wash it out a little bit, and we will blow dry a little bit. Let's put the trivia question back up. Sherry, if you want to guess the trivia question, here it is. Which Muppet quit Sesame Street after an eye-opening acid trip at Burning Man? Okay, and there's your options. You got Cookie Monster. Gonzo's already been guessed, okay? But there's also, Elmo, Bert Ernie, Oscar the Grouch, Big Bird the Count. Okay, let's take us a shot. Oh yeah, I should be blow drying. Hey. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. So, yeah, which Muppet quit Sesame Street due to a eye-opening acid trip at Burning Man, okay? Okay, Sherry says Elmo. Got a couple people that guessed Gonzo, and Sherry guessed Elmo. All right. Let's take us a shot. Cheers, everybody. I used to love Sesame Street as a kid. And then also later, my dad got into making puppets, which is a very interesting phase for my dad to go into, but he did. You want to recast Oscar the Grouch? Sure, I guess. I'll break that rule for you this one time, but okay. So, I remember my dad got real into making puppets. I actually have a couple puppets that I made. We made a pretty great video where my dad was doing the puppet and I was doing the hands, and it was this puppet that was playing drums. And, anyway, during that time we watched a lot of Muppet Show, Muppets Tonight or whatever. I think I took that last shot, did I not? I don't know if I can. You know what? I don't want to cheat anybody. I'm going to say it was 7. Just to... Can't remember if I counted the last one or not, but I'll go ahead and... We'll take the under, not the over. But yeah, man, we watch that Muppet Tonight Show all the time. That show was fucking funny. Or maybe I was just a little kid and I thought it was funny. But Muppets... Oh, that's purple, not black. Whoops. Okay, let's get black paint. And let me take the trivia question down so we can see again. Okay, so now we want to paint in our trees. Now, I would recommend either your medium round or your medium flat brush. I like the medium flat brush myself, so I'm going to go with that. She says, you liked it. Sherry says, I liked Barney the Purple Dinosaur. Well, that was a pretty popular one, Now, I remember as a kid thinking... Barney kind of scared me. I don't know why, what it was. It's just his dead eyes or something, but I never liked Barney myself. I was also, as a little kid, a pretty contrarian asshole. Clearly. I'm not that now, but, no, I am. Yeah, I remember... Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush and make sure it's nice and skinny, so if there's any excess paint in here, scrape it off on the side of your plate. Lay your brush down, pull it through, flip it over, pull it through. That keeps it nice and flat. Okay, and what I want to do is I'm just going to start tracing these lines as skinny as I can. Now, if you want, you can go in and redraw all those trees in just so you know where they're all going. I've done this painting quite a few times at this point. I know where I'm going with it. But if you want to go ahead and retrace those in, redraw them in, go for it. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and draw paint. Sorry. This feels like drawing to me. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of redraw these big ones in for sure, just so I kind of know where the big ones are. Then I'll kind of go from there. I'm just going to basically redraw what I was drawing earlier, Let's see. What was I saying? Yeah, I remember as a little kid, Barney was just like, oh gosh, how old am I? I would be like 4, and I was like, what am I, like 3 years old here? What am I, 3 years old, 3.5? I'm 4, okay. I did the same thing with Power Rangers. I remember thinking, Power Rangers, what a joke. as like a 4-year-old. And that's how judgmental and what a douche I am, so. But, you know, looking back, Barney was pretty fun, you know, it was a fun show. I don't know why I hated on it so hard when I was 4, but I did. It's a very opinionated little boy. It would go from opinionated, you know, commander type personality to quietly, you know, pouting in the corner. That was my personality as a child, you know. And I haven't progressed that much in my life. Okay, let's see. Let's put this other big tree in here. Now with black paint, I like to use a lot of water with my paint because the black paint tends to dry out a little bit, you know. Let's put that in there. Let's get lots of more water mixed in with our paint. Kind of nice. You know, the more it is kind of like ink, the easier it is to kind of do these little thin, skinny lines that kind of drag a little easier. And I'll go back and I'll thicken these up, okay? So yeah, there we go. Let's put, there we go. Now again, now you may be saying, hey, what was the point of even drawing all those green things? You're gonna have to redraw them in where they're over the tops of these. Well, yes, I am. You know what? You're right, I am. But we want to put some that are in there that you can see that are behind the trees first. Then we'll go back and paint some green on top of these tree limbs. So an easy way to do these paintings is just layer them up. You know, it's the easy way. Which is kind of what we're doing here. We're painting easy paintings. Not super easy, but you know, paintings that anyone can do, okay? Sherry says I was Boss Moss, so I'm told by his sister. Boss Moss. Now that's a new term. What is that? Is that was your nickname? Is that a term that I'm don't understand? And am I just, what am I missing here? Boss Moss, not Boss Hoss. Boss Hog. Is that Dukes of Hazzard? Okay, what was I doing? Okay, tree branch here. Let's see. Now there's another tree that comes over here, right? Now these I'm gonna start tracing a little bit skinnier if I can. Now this one up here I might do a little thicker. This one seems to me it's like a little closer to me. For some reason I'm getting the sense that it's a tree that's right in front, but it's kind of got a branch that's coming out right here in our view. Let's see. Got that. So now I basically just need to add some little tree branches everywhere and take a minute just jazzing up the old tree branches, okay? No. Oh, you're bossy. Were you bossy? I don't remember being super bossy as a child, but I was definitely like opinionated and say like how it should go. I wasn't necessarily all about telling people what to do, but I was like, I mean, if you want to do the right thing, you should just do this, you know? Like, it's obvious, duh. I was a very know-it-all child, you know? Now, here's a funny thing. Yeah, well, did you boss your younger sibling, Sherry? Younger siblings always felt bossed around because they kind of were, and that's because they're the youngest child. And, you know, it's like, you know, of course they're going to be bossed around. And they don't know what's going on like the older kids do. Now, here's my older sister. She's like this super, you know, sweet, quiet, pretty private, you know, kind of like, you know, not a blabber, like the opposite of a blabbermouth. Kind of knows how to keep a secret and stuff. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, you probably were bossing around a little bit, right? It's kind of your job, though. You're supposed to boss them around. How else do they know what to do? I see that as you helping your younger sibling out, you know, because you got to kind of tell them how it is, you know. All right, my older sister, we'll just say Shanae for her name. I don't want to give her name away. But Everyone's like, oh, Shanae, she's so sweet. Everyone thinks she's so sweet. Well, let me tell you something. When I was a little kid, she was a little bully, okay? Now, and a lot of people don't want to believe it. They're like, no way, not Shannon, there's no way. Crushes their whole view of Shanae. Even though I think I just slipped and said her real name, but it was kind of funny. As kids, she was like, she would like threaten us and bully us. It was kind of funny though, looking back. She wasn't too mean about it, so it was okay. Oh, let's see. Okay, let's put some more tree branches up here. I can make you put your phone down. Let's just drag these lines real nice. Let's just let them skim across the top. They're just gonna skate. They're just doing a little skate motion. Okay, let's let these black lines just skate through here. They're at the roller rink. 13 years old, they don't know, but they're just feeling the skate. They're just skating through. I can make you put your phone down. I think it's so interesting, families, the way people grow up. There's so many things, like, I've done things before where I would guess, I try to guess, like, if they're a middle child, only child, oldest, whatever. And you can really kind of tell things about people. And it's, you know, because well, you can really just tell things about people anyway, just from any kind of childhood. Things you find out about them, there's so many things from childhood. It's how we were programmed when we were little kids. But, man, especially only children, even if you feel like, oh, this person's, you know, they got their shit together, blah, blah, blah. If they're an only child, you'll notice things that, like, oh, they still kind of act like a brat about this, you know, or they just don't know how to share certain things because they're an only child. Or they're the oldest and they're used to, you know, being the decider. 11 and a half months apart, so she has almost a full year, not quite a full year. Man, your parents had just one right after the other. Oh man, see, me and my sisters are both, we're all like 3-4 years apart. I'm the middle child. Which, again, you know, why, what does that tell, you know, say about you? Middle child's usually the mediator, I think, is what I've heard, and, you know, middle children, you know, I don't know, need attention or something, or maybe that's the youngest, the one that needs it more. I guess the youngest needs attention, but no, middle one, right? Because they're kind of lost in the mix. That's kind of the narrative there with them. Basically, middle children are just the best, is what I'm pretty sure is the going philosophy. No, it could be worse. It could be worse. Okay, now I think maybe I'll put some more tree limbs up at the top. I think I've gotten enough down here at the bottom. Maybe I'll put, maybe let's put a little skinny one going through here. Okay, that's pretty good. I like it. I'm liking it. Take me. Take me. Let's put, I think I need some more tree limbs going up through here. Oh, I definitely need one that goes here. Kind of shows that heart shape more again. Let's go ahead and thicken this bitch up. We got a thick bitch. Let's put another little thicken right there, a little thicken here. Okay, let's put some more, maybe put one here. Yeah, okay, that looks better. I like that. Maybe let's extend one of these over so they're not always, it looks odd when everything just stops right in the middle, you know, and it's like, okay, there we go. That's pretty good. Okay, let's take a shot. Get all that washed out of there. Okay, time for a shot, and let's blow dry a little bit. Hoya! You know, another thing I could do is paint my moon in. I can do that in a minute. I was the middle child, but I was also the only boy. So I also always felt like I was kind of the easy target, you know, because clearly, if Dad wants to spank any of the three of us, it's the boy, you know. They're not going to be like, ah, dang it, Shanae, and takes it out on his firstborn daughter. He's going to look at little Joel and go, you're the little asshole that did this, probably. He's usually right. I usually was. Sometimes when you get in trouble as a kid, it's like you really did do it. Some kids are better at covering their tracks. Some kids come right out and tell them blatantly, yeah, I did that. And then sometimes they still don't believe it. It's weird. What am I talking about? Who knows? I don't know. Okay, let's paint, okay, here's what I want to do here. I want to paint the moon, but I'm going to start with a white. I'm going to start with a, well, yeah, let's start with, let's take our white. I'm going to take my white. Okay, I definitely took another shot since 7, so I'm definitely on 8. Okay, let's take white paint here. And now this is going to be basically the first layer of the moon, right? This is just to get us a good little white layer just to start. If we just paint yellow right on top of the purple, it's going to be this like faint yellowy brown. It's not going to be very strong. So let's just start with a nice white circle here. And that's not even, you know, it's still not super solid. You can see the brush strokes, and you can see the purple kind of, and blah, blah, blah. Whatever. No one wants to wear a dead man's hat. Okay, I'm going to try to get this round, but I'm trying not to fudge up and trying to keep this somewhat under control without going too big. Okay, that's gonna, okay, maybe just one more go. Okay, that's pretty circular. Circular enough, you know. At the top I can make it maybe a little. Okay, you know, if I keep going, I'm just going to fuck it up. So let's just stop there. Okay, let's go back to green. And what we want to do now is let's go ahead and go back, wash our brush out. Let's get some green on the brush. And now we're going to make our trees. We're going to repaint in some trees here. Okay, now some parts I'll leave how they are. But here's what I want to do. Here's kind of the idea. So there's parts in here I want to be behind these tree limbs, right? But there's going to be some spots where I want the trees to look like leaves are in front. Okay, now, and then within that, there's going to be dark spots and light spots and etc., right? So I'm basically going to repaint a lot of the areas here that are in front of my tree limbs, okay? And then on top of that, I'm going to go back with dark greens and light greens and add some of that to it. Oh, you can see a little man on the moon, can you? Okay, let's go back to our green paint here. I'm just going to get this same color I had earlier. Now, let's go ahead and, you know, let's go ahead and lightly, I'm just going to kind of brush in. Without going over, like, I don't want to go over this black line. I want to leave that showing, right? But in here, I want to, you know, kind of cover up some of the ends of these tree limbs. You know, even in here I could put some extra things in there. Anywhere it feels like maybe there should be some more green bouncing around, you can go in here and have some just dancing around. Oh, that's just have some of that green just dancing. But then maybe there's some areas that you don't want in front, you know? So just kind of pick and choose that out for yourself, okay? I can't make every decision for you, okay? This isn't paint by numbers. Alright, I'm sorry. Grow up, Peter Pan. There we go. So yeah, let's get some of this greens all just dancing. Just dancing. Let's just have this totally in front of all this. Don't we ever find? And what you see, there are places in between. Now you want to see some of these black tree limbs showing through, even places where you want it to be on top. You still want to leave some of those spots showing through, like there's little holes in the leaves, showing some of those black lines. Because, you know, black lines matter, okay? And so do black lives, okay? Don't hate me, okay? I'm not making light of that. But black lines do matter. So let's see, we got, okay, so we still got some of our, so we've got some of our black trees here showing. We've got some greens kind of behind and in front. Let's take some more, let's take some blue in here. Let's add more blue to our mixture. We'll get a dark green. Let's have a more bluish green here. Now this is going to be more of our dark green. Okay, and let's take this in, you know what, let's add some black to it. Maybe before we do the dark greens, let's do the light greens. Okay, let's do light greens first. Alright, let's just take yellow. Lots and lots of yellow. And now what I want to do here is kind of go back on top of what I just drew. Or painted, I mean. I think I'm going to need even more yellow. Let's take another shot, too. Let's get some of this light yellow, real light green. Know everything. Oh, shit. I don't know if got a new mic and I've adjusted sounds and stuff. I don't know if it sounds horrible, but I was on these forums lately and I'm like searching for answers and stuff, like how to, you know, fix this or that. And you know what I fucking hate is whenever you go online, it's like, hey, how do I mix this sound on this program? Is there a way? How do I get this feature to work on this program? And you search and there's like a forum. You go through all these forums and there's one forum with like, oh, it's got a ton of answers. I'm like, oh, cool, they must have figured it out. And then you go back through there and you look at all the answers and all the answers are going, yeah, I was wondering that too. I had the same problem. And it's just like, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't need like 100 people going online and going, yeah, I was wondering the same thing. It's like, yeah, we all are. So why are you, I hate that. So just don't say anything, because you're just clogging up me trying to find the answer. You're trying to find the answer to a question. What does it help for a bunch of people to just go, yeah, me too, I had the same problem. People just want to talk about themselves. That's all they want to do. They want to go online and comment. It's amazing how many people comment on things. And for what? Like, what's the point of commenting? Just to say what you think about it. Like, yeah, it's what everyone thinks. Like, yeah, me too. I thought that too. It's like, yeah, okay. No one fucking cares. Also, like, just, I don't know, it's weird. Strange to me. But, you know, I guess that's what online internet is for, I guess. I don't know. Try to not be a cunt for a minute. I've been trying not to be a douchebag lately, but I don't know if it's really working. It says I need an NFT of all my paintings, do I? What is it? What are NFTs? It's a digital copy of it. You know, I saw this thing online and it was a guy, and he was like, I think it's, I don't know why I'm assuming it's a guy, but I guess because I'm a guy, I just assume everyone's like me, because I'm just a typical white male. But this artist was given like $84,000, right, to make a art piece for this gallery, and he sent them a blank canvas and titled it "Take the Money and Run." And somebody asked me what I thought about that, one of my friends, and I'm like, what do I think about it? I think he's a douchebag who isn't really that good of an artist, and there's so much stuff like that where it's conceptual art. It's the idea of art, and it's like, here's my problem with conceptual art. You can just be a writer, you know, or a philosopher or something. You know, you don't have to make a piece of garbage that looks awful and, you know, it's just unoriginal. But for him to just say, oh, take the money and run, derp, derp, and people go, oh, wow, what a statement. It's like, there's no statement. He's just a cheap piece of shit. Like, there's no statement. He just didn't have anything. This was easier. He's being a douchebag. Like, plain and simple. It's not like that was so profound. Like, every artist ever hasn't thought of that, and probably other artists have already done that. Like, it's not even some other douchebag probably did that before him. Who cares? Like, the fact that people are even paying it attention, like it's some new thing or creative in some way, it's like, no, it's just I mean, he's got the balls to be a douchebag, I guess, but other than that, there's nothing fucking artistic about that. There's nothing, whatever, you know? Like, I don't know. It was so stupid, right? Like, well, what do you think of that? Oh, you think that, oh wow, isn't that, like, that's crazy. Like, is it really crazy? I think he just fucked up. I mean, he's just never gonna get money again. That's what's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, that's the guy that, you know, took all the money and then tried to make fun of us and call it "Take the Money and Run." Remember that guy? Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he's asking for more money. Well, what should we do? Well, I say don't give it to him. I mean, fuck that guy, right? Yeah, fuck that guy. I mean, he's not gonna take my money. Give me a blank canvas? Fuck that. I'm sure he's probably got another offer since then, just because the internet's dumb and it's like, hey, this guy made it was viral for a week or something. Some other moron's gonna go, hey, what if I give you $25,000? What would you do with that? Oh my god, he did it to me, that's so funny. And that's what's gonna happen, but he's not gonna get anywhere. I mean, okay, let's take some black in here and mix that in with our dark green. Who would ever pay that guy again? You know, besides people who are just after the 15 minutes of fame of it. No one. No one, that's who. I called it "Take the Money and Run." Wow, so funny. And such an original title, "Take the Money and Run." We haven't all heard that. There's nothing. And I'm happy he made some money. I want artists to make money. That's about where it ends for me, though. Okay, let's take some of this dark, maybe more black. Let's make this darker green. Now, I want to cover up a lot of the bottoms of these, but I don't want to be all the same. Let's cover up that looks pretty cool. I like that. I don't know. So play with that to your heart's desire. Now, one last thing I might do is I will get some more black on my brush and kind of maybe repaint in some of these tree limbs. Another thing you might want to do is take a shot of whiskey, and, just forget about everything. Ugh, okay. Let's take my flat brush, get some black paint, and I want to repaint some of these tree limbs. Some of my green went over in some areas I didn't want them to, so I'm just gonna touch up some of the trees, and yeah, do some of that. The thing with conceptual art is, if you can bring together the visual of it, it's really cool. But what most conceptual art is pissed off artists who never really mastered a skill or anything. Now, I know I'm speaking in a blanket statements here, okay? So this is not true for all, conceptual artists and things like that. But I'm just saying, being through the art programs I've been through, what I've seen with my own two eyes, people I've been around, most times there's some conceptual art piece. It looks terrible. The idea is barely understandable. And even when it is, it makes perfect sense, and you see how they did it, you're like, oh, okay. You still are half interested in the idea. It looks like garbage, and at the end of the day, no one cares. At the end of the day, it would be better conveyed as literature or an idea. Maybe be a writer or be, use art to your advantage when you can if you have some kind of art skill. But I don't know how many times I'd see things where it'd be like, hey, here, come look at this, here's a art gallery exhibit, and so it's just a big stack of paper, but each paper was made from the ashes of Chernobyl, and each one's written on it has the people responsible for the whatever, and it's just like, okay, and I go in there and go, and it's like, what do I do with these papers on time? Like, you just leave them on the floor. That's part of the exhibit. It's interactive. And it's like, it's a huge stack of paper. That's what I'm looking at. And this paper I'm holding is apparently made from, feels just like paper to me. There's like zero, I don't know, there's zero anything. It doesn't do anything for me. The idea is cool, and that's why I'm saying just write the idea down, or just maybe take that stack of paper and sit it in front of your book signing booth and write a book about it or something. And I don't know, that's like a stunt you could do to help some other form of art. To me, I just don't. Not that there's not great conceptual art out there. There is. But some of that stuff, it's just like, what are we doing here? Well, forget all the mistakes and how I have no artistic skill or anything, and just look at the idea I have. See how crazy my idea is? It's like, yeah, I see that, and really an artist can be anything. So you can still be an artist, you can still call yourself an artist. You're just not a visual artist, I think that's where I draw the line for me. Me personally, now you make your own decisions, okay? I don't know anything. I don't know. I just know what I think. Got pain on my hand. I'm just a drunk guy. Okay, let's get some orange yellow. Here we go. Oh yeah, some orange yellow. Okay, let's take this orange yellow and let's just fill this sucker in, okay? Let's paint over this white with orange yellow. Oh yeah. Now let's go ahead and make ourselves a little circle here. Now, if I go outside the white, it's kind of okay because then it just looks like a little like aura or something, you know? It kind of like you can see the purple, like where the purple and white are meeting. In fact, I might just do that on purpose, just to kind of show. Ooh, there we go. That's kind of cool looking. Kind of go way out here outside the moon area, and then look, it just kind of looks like a little, well, it looks like a little aura around it. I kind of like that. Okay, let's blow dry this, and we'll put the trivia question up, and I'll stop complaining for a while. Okay, so let's put trivia question and take shots and blow dries. Okay, again, today's trivia question is, which Muppet quit Sesame Street after an eye-opening acid trip at Burning Man? Is it A, Cookie Monster, B, Elmo, C, Bert, D, Ernie, F, Gonzo, or no, E, Gonzo, sorry, F, Big Bird, G, the Count, or H, Oscar the Grouch? Alright, so that's your trivia question for today. Cheers. Okay, as soon as this moon is dry, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this painting up with the middle section. That we just need to add some light orange yellows and some deeper orange yellows, and it will be good. Hey, thanks, Purdy. Thank you, Sherry. You guys are the real heroes here, you know. I didn't count my shot, did I? I never count my shots. I've been going back through my my videos because I'm making little like 3-minute videos, like basically because I want to put some on TikToks and make some little short videos, and just make short videos in general. I put on YouTube. I'm going back and re-watching them. There's usually like 2 or 3 shots every class that I miss. So it's usually like right now I'm at 10. I bet you I've done 11 or 12. I don't know. I don't know. I have to go back and watch it though. Hey, let's keep painting here, you know? Let's keep on it. Let's keep it going. I'm gonna take my small flat brush again, my medium flat brush, I mean. And let's take another little, let's take this orange yellow, mix it in with white. Ooh yeah, lots of white. Let's lighten it up. Okay, lighten it up, people. Okay, stop complaining about conceptual artists, people, and get over it, alright? Maybe you guys should all just get over conceptual art, okay? I need to hire an assistant. Now, what makes you say that, huh? Think I'm doing such a poor job I need an assistant? Is that what you're saying? How dare you? How dare you? Okay, let's take some of this light. Oh, here we go. Let's start in the middle there. And let's try to use up all this and kind of use... Once your brush gets a little drier, I'm going to kind of work that out to the outside. So I started like just a little bit of paint on my brush. Start in the middle. Kind of work my way out. Okay, so it gets a little bit more faint on the outside. Of course, every once in a while I press down harder and I get a bit thick blob. But then I'm going to take just some white. Put some white in here. Okay, let's put some white in the middle. And I'm going to kind of just like dab this around. Just kind of like, just dance. Just let your brush just dance. Oh shit, my trivia question's still up. So I'm just going to let this just dance. Just dance in there. Purdy, you think I can afford an assistant? What do you think, I make like $1 million a year? Okay, there we go. Hey, okay, you know what? I don't like that so much. Let's take some more of our orange yellow and let's go around here and let's just let this dance. We're having a dance battle, okay? Our orange yellow and our white, our light orange yellow are having a dance battle. Okay, One's gonna have to step it up to the street. Bring it on again to the streets. Ooh, I kind of like that though. Hey, you know what? You're right. A hot female assistant would get my views up, but is that really what it's about? This is about me just needing therapy. This is my therapy. This is me just having fun painting on this and getting drunk. Now, my girlfriend could be a hot assistant, you know, that could be cool. Yeah, you're probably right, though. That would be cool if I had an assistant. I've thought about that, but, you know. Okay, let's take our little round brush, and I'm going to take my light orange yellow, and I'm going to sign my name down here. There you go. Now it's a fancy official painting. You can sell it in the MoMA for $1 billion for $84,000 and say, take the money and run, apparently, and you'll make $1 million. Okay, now, one of the last things we're going to paint our edge. But before we do that, let's see. Okay, today's trivia question was, which Muppet quit Sesame Street after an eye-opening acid trip at Burning Man? And we have all our options there. We got a few guesses for Gonzo. The correct answer is anything you guessed. I'm going to give you one. The correct answer was actually Bert, okay? Now, Ernie stuck around. Ernie's committed, okay? He's, you know, Bert, he'd been a lost soul. He's been dead inside for years. And one trip to Burning Man a few years ago, he finally took acid for the first time. He's a very uptight person, as we all know. And after he took that acid trip, he decided this Sesame Street is bullshit, you know, like, I'm getting out, I'm seeing the world, you know, and he quit. There's a biopic coming out later. Jake Gyllenhaal's playing Bert, and Will Ferrell's playing Ernie, but one of Will Ferrell's rare serious roles. And then Jim Carrey is actually playing Big Bird. And so get ready for that, but, well, if you haven't heard, you've probably seen the trailers already, but correct answer was actually Bert. Bert quit the show. But anybody that guessed today can have a free painting. So congratulations, Beth. Congratulations, Sharon. Congratulations, Allison. Congratulations, Purdy. Congratulations, everybody. You all win a free painting. I'm getting up to my eyeballs in paintings, and people win the trivia, and then I tell them that, and I say, hey, pick a painting, I'll send it to you, and they just are like, oh, it's fine, I don't need a painting, and I'm like, all right, fine. I can't give these paintings away. Apparently they must be terrible, you know, so no one wants them. I think they do. I think just people feel weird about giving their address out online, which that's actually most of it. Most of the time I try to give them to new people, and more than half the time people are like, well, I don't want to give you my address. And I'm like, all right. I mean, I get it. How do I know you're not going to do something my address? I'm like, I guess you don't, so I understand. But, you know, you guys can all have paintings. I would love to get rid of, like, multiple paintings. I have, like, 40 paintings. Oh, good. Oh, you do stock trading? Purdy, do you do stock trading? You should follow my friend Mikey K. You ever follow him? I'm talking about stocks and bonds and things like that. Like, you have a room for that? What's a stock trading room? Well, irregardlessly, if you are into stocks and bonds and trading stocks and all that, you should watch my friend Mikey K. He's awesome on Twitch. Yeah. Purdy, I'll send you a link. Oh, okay, yeah. But yes, congratulations to me, I'm drunk, and to all of you for being alive, and congratulations to Sesame Street for, you know, molding all of our minds and keeping on going without Ernie, or Bert, I mean. And until next week. Oh, next week I'm going to paint, excuse me, next week I'm painting this. I can't remember what it's called. Love Sunset, maybe? Something like that. Oh, okay. Broccoli game. Okay. I don't know what stock twit says though. So that's what we're doing next week, and have a great day. I'm gonna get on and play some Overwatch for a little bit, so I might keep ranting on there. I love you all, and have a great weekend, and goodbye.